I won't go into the depth of that because I think that energy actually has a lot more than what we intend to understand. But like that's why I think this writer's house is very special, because the energy of people all the time building up these fictional worlds in different chambers. Actually, I think there might be connections happening in our writing. I think it's very interesting what can happen if energy is on the right place with the right people. And you see that very clearly in theater when you do a process. There are some processes where everything goes wrong. I mean, not one thing, everything. Everything happens, yeah. All the terrible things. And then there are good processes where it hits on well and it just... And you get somewhere you can never... You can't imagine what it will be. I think it's very good to change the environment when you change your book, when you change your writing. So I wrote all my books in different houses, and I think the environment it can bring something new out from you.
But you said also that that you are not only writing yourself, but you are teaching writing to others.
Oh yes.
And I heard in other interviews or information that you prefer teaching others than writing yourself. And then you said it's not true anymore.
Yes. Yeah. I lie all the time. No, I don't lie. I live in the moment. So when I said when coming here, I hadn't started writing. I said that I actually think I'm better in teaching than in writing myself, and I enjoy it very much when I see how someone gets it, or someone hits the nerve or finds something or realize something. I think that's so beautiful. To see.
You see reaction, what you never see maybe in people reading books. Yeah?
Yes, but I also see how they achieve and understand something about themselves and about how they. So I think that's. But now, the last day in Ventspils after 1 month here, I say I love writing. It's the best thing. So I would not say the same thing.
So you managed to write something here, it sounds like.
I came here with the thought of writing a young adult's book that I've been writing since 2011. For 5 years now, I've been writing thousands of pages all the time on that book. And I thought, now I have to do it. But I don't think it's good enough, and I am not satisfied. So I decided to give myself the permission to write something else. So a voice in myself told me the night before I came to Ventspils, I heard the first lines in my next novel. And I started to write, and I write in the plane, I write in the bus, I write all the time. Coming here to Ventspils, I just went up to the room and I went writing. And I've been writing 50 chapters, the whole book. I finished it yesterday, the first skeleton, the first version. It's not ready, but I have the whole story. And I've been writing like 9 hours every day, and then walking, and then swimming, and then writing, and swimming, and writing.
Sounds like a happy life.
It's not.
Usually writers are not so happy, you know. They're just,
That
you look completely happy with it.
Yes, I am. I am so extremely proud that I went against what I must and did what I want. And I'm so proud of it because I usually am very good on doing what I should do, but not on what I want to do.
Yeah.
So this time I did what I felt was needed.
You have a book that is published in Latvia. Emma Gloria, sarkanā ilgu grāmata, read Book of Longing. You received even the prize in year 2014 in Latvia. You've been here in Latvia. Yeah. What kind of a book? That was a duty book or
No,
that?
no, that was not a duty book. No, it's not like I write duty books, but
No.
I chose to start up a new. It's not a series because it's independent books, but they have one thing in common. They are for adolescents that all have some kind of quite special gift. So I call them the crystal children. And I was supposed, and I wrote the first book, and it was quite hard because it's a lot about death. It's quite dark. It's about a Satanist and themes that are not so easy. And when I take up these themes, I give myself 2-3 years. I write on that. So the purpose was to write the second one, which is about trafficking. And I've been reading and researching and writing, and I just can't get there. It's so.
It's like
because
kind of a duty. It's like a task you gave yourself,
Yes.
a hard task,
Yes.
and then you suddenly realize that there's no freedom in that.
Yes.
You are just hard working, and there's no so much
Yes.
wonder in it.
No, and because it sounds like I write very heavy books, which is not true. Because the thing is that the more there is weight and the more there is darkness, the lighter the text has to be. And that's the hardest thing, to find light in the dark places. And I haven't been, I think I know now how to write the novel. I actually got the key here.
I searched about the destiny of your book in Latvia, and I found 2 completely unfair things to my mind. The first is that it was announced that, Emma Gloria, there are 3 Emma Gloria books, and we took the second one, which is the best. So we already sort of decided for Latvian audience, it's like not translating all 3. We decided that this is the best, and we translated it. Hello. It's completely unfair.
And let me just say to that the second one was the one that they did not take in Finnish or in any other language. They said, this is not what we... They took the first one and the third one. They did not want the second one. So that's why it was so surprising that suddenly they chose the one that was not chosen in Finland.
That's
So
about perception,
In Finland, the publisher who first published the first one in Finnish, because I write in Swedish. Then I phoned and said, what about the second one? Why wouldn't you take that one? No. We think that this mother is not acting morally. And I said,
sort of censorship even, or what else? Or it's
yes!
market decisions? Or
And I said, come on. I mean, I don't know if you have read the book, but it's quite light and it's quite, I mean, it's a good ending. It's not like, it could be really horrible, but it's quite nice.
Yeah, that leads me to a second unfair thing, that the top comment that I found was that a reader who writes blogs about books wrote about your book in Latvia, that, you know, I already hated my teenage years, and then plus that
Okay.
I had to read that, and it's like on the top of
On the top of it.
on the top
of course. Yes, of course, you can experience it that way. That's true. I think, in the other hand, it's not, everybody doesn't see it that way. But it's a tough period of being 14, 15.
growing
It's
is
the
tough,
toughest, and that's why it was the toughest to write. It was not meant for me to be a writer, and I'm not sure still that I am a writer. I'm writing while I do other things also. I'm not sure. I think that as long as I have the possibility economically, and as long as I want to do it, and some people maybe want to read something, I think it's very nice to experience that part of work. And I love words. I love the rhythm and the language and the different languages and the possibility of how are we actually expressing ourselves, and how do we see the world, what do we choose to tell. What I love in people, in all people, is not that they are genius, because genius people are usually not very nice and social. They are just geniuses. Let them be, they're good, they can be there. But what I find very beautiful in writers who are good writers is to see how they develop. And for example, that's why I always want to read everything what a writer writes, because there you see that there is this period, and then comes another period when you explore something different, and things happen, and you are influenced by the time and the people around. I think how we develop and how we want to get better in the expression and the details and the meeting of to experience that and be able to give that.
The bigger story of the life.
Yes.
I would like to ask you also about being how it's called. You are Swedish in Finland.
Yes, it's a minority.
You are representing minority, and you are writing also in Swedish.
Yes.
So you've been translated into Finland by someone else, yeah. But normally you speak Finnish. Or
Yes, I speak both, and all the different work issues I have. I'm a book ambassador, and I work with drama and do different things. I do mostly them in Finnish, because we are a very small minority. But writing in Finnish would not be very good. You have to write in your own mother tongue. Oh. Like all the minorities, there are good things and bad things in everything. The bad thing is that you, as a writing in Swedish, I feel the same as the Latvian Russians going to Russia. I go to Sweden with my book, and it's not received in the way that even though I write in Swedish, they are not so interested in what's written in Finland by the one who writes in Swedish.
Yeah.
So it's a little the same. You cannot really feel home. It's the minority we live in is very narrow, and I work in Sweden all the time in their culture council. I'm one of the readers there since 3 years back, so I am there a lot and I read everything in Swedish that comes out. But what I understand is there is always a problem for the minority that you don't really feel at home anywhere. To be a minority is very small, but again, the majority, they don't really accept you as one of them, and then you go to the other country and that's the same. So you have to take out the good in it. And the good thing is that you have the capacity of seeing very different angles. You are not stuck in one way of seeing, because you manage to collect pieces.
But as a teacher writing to how to start?
How to start?
Yeah, advice.
Writing.
1,000 people won't.
Okay.
Still, they doesn't listen. That it doesn't pay.
No.
Yeah, they won't listen. They 1,000 people, thousands and thousands. They still want to write.
Yes. If you want to.
How? Tell them how.
I can tell that very, very small steps. So start by giving yourself 10 minutes every morning. You put the egg clock on 10 minutes. Then you take a book and then you pick one word. Now I can't read what that word is.
Pārskatus. Oh,
what does it mean? No, that.
Calendars.
Calendar.
Calendars,
okay.
Yeah.
Then you take one word, calendar, and then you, for 10 minutes, you write only the flow on what comes out from your head. Maybe it's a memory about a calendar, or maybe you just write the word all over, or maybe you start to remember something. Just an association flow. And you do that every day, 10 minutes for 1 week, and then we take the next step.
Okay. Then we ask. Then we call you again.
Yes.
And, okay.
Yes. It's not so mysterious. Not at all. It's just work.
Egg clock. We should buy an egg clock. Thank you. Thank you.